Hey Falcons fans, we've got some exciting news for you today that you definitely don't want to miss. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest updates. Don't forget to leave a like to show your support. It really helps us out. Now let's dive into today's headline. Falcons eye Texas. A&M pass rusher in latest ESPN mock draft. The Atlanta Falcons still have 6 games left in the season, but the buzz around next year's NFL draft is already heating up. With the Falcons struggling to pressure opposing quarterbacks, analysts are predicting the team will focus on drafting an edge rusher. And it's hard to argue with that logic. The Falcons rank last in the league with just 10 sacks over their first 11 games. While sacks aren't the only measure of defensive success, they're often a sign of consistent pressure. Despite sitting atop the NFC South with a 6-5 record, Atlanta's weak pass rush could hurt their chances of making a deep playoff run. Adding to the urgency, veteran pass rusher Matthew Judon is in the final year of his contract, leaving the Falcons in need of fresh talent, regardless of whether he stays or goes in 2025. In ESPN's latest mock draft, Matt Miller projects the Falcons to select Texas A&M defensive end Nick Scorton with the 20th overall pick. Scorton, who transferred from Purdue to Texas A&M last offseason, is a powerful edge rusher who could be exactly what the Falcons need. Standing at 285 pounds, Scorton combines strength with skill. While he may not have elite explosiveness off the line, he makes up for it with a solid pass rush plan, impressive hand technique, and surprising agility for his size. Scorton's college stats back up his potential. He's racked up 15 sacks and 26.5 tackles for loss over the past 2 seasons. Analysts believe he has even more room to grow, especially in his ability to dominate at the point of attack. According to Matt Miller, adding a player like Scorton could be a huge boost for the Falcons' defensive line. What do you think, Falcons fans? Could Nick Scorton be the missing piece to Atlanta's puzzle? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And now, let's talk about the Falcons' defense and some key players who could shape the team's future. Addressing the edge and run defense woes. The Falcons' run defense has struggled this season, and improving it will be crucial moving forward. Nick Scorton, the Texas A&M pass rusher mentioned earlier, has shown he's more than just a one-dimensional player. According to Pro Football Focus, Scorton earned a strong run defense grade of 79.4 over the past 2 seasons. During that time, he also recorded 52 total pressures, proving his all-around game on the edge. Rookie edge rusher Braylon Trice had a promising preseason before landing on injured reserve. The former third-round pick by Washington is expected to return healthy next season. Even so, bolstering the defensive line could remain a priority for the Falcons early in the draft. Looking ahead, Week 13 and beyond. The Falcons are off in Week 12, but will return to action in Week 13 against the Los Angeles Chargers at home. As we wait for the next game, fans can check out the full list of Falcons players set to become free agents in 2025, a topic worth keeping an eye on as the team plans for the future. Kirk Cousins, a trade piece in 2025? Despite his current contributions, quarterback Kirk Cousins has found himself at the center of trade rumors. Bleacher Report's David Kenyon recently ranked his top 7 trade pieces for the 2025 offseason, with Cousins coming in at number 7. Cousins has played a major role in the Falcons' success this season, helping them secure first place in the NFC South as Thanksgiving approaches. However, his long-term future with the team remains uncertain. The Falcons made a big splash in free agency last offseason, signing Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million deal. Yet just a month later, the team drafted rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. with the 8th overall pick in the 2024 draft. Penix is widely viewed as the Falcons' quarterback of the future, and Kenyon speculates it's only a matter of time before he takes over. Typically, top 10 picks don't spend long on the bench. However, with the Falcons leading the NFC South in a weak division and a playoff berth looking likely, there's no rush to make a drastic change. The team must balance its present and future carefully. Should they stick with Cousins for stability or begin the transition to Penix? Only time will tell. Let us know what you think in the comments below. The Kirk Cousins dilemma: what's next for Atlanta? If the Falcons believe rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. is ready to take the reins, Kirk Cousins' future with the team could become one of the most talked about storylines of the 2025 offseason. Cousins carries a hefty $40 million cap hit next season, but his strong performances ensure he'll have a legitimate trade market if Atlanta decides to move on. David Kenyon from Bleacher Report noted that the Falcons' quarterback choice will be pivotal moving forward. Cousins has been instrumental in Atlanta's success this season, delivering standout performances in many of their wins. However, like most NFL quarterbacks, his struggles have often coincided with the team's losses. Cousins' key stats speak for themselves. Cousins is tied for the NFL lead with 3 fourth-quarter comebacks and has completed an impressive 68.1% of his passes this season. He's thrown for 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions while averaging 7.8 yards per attempt, his best average since 2020. These numbers highlight his value, both as a player and as a potential trade asset. The contract and cap implications: Cousins is in the second year of his 4-year, $180 million contract, which runs through the 2025 season. While the Falcons could explore trading him next offseason, the financial implications are significant. His dead cap hit in 2025 is a staggering $65 million, but drops to $25 million in 2026 and just $12.5 million in 2027. Any trade would likely involve careful negotiation to manage these costs. It's worth noting that when Cousins signed with Atlanta, the deal was widely viewed as a 2-year arrangement with the possibility for more, depending on his performance. So far, nothing this season has disrupted that plan. While he's been effective, the Falcons' decision will ultimately hinge on balancing their present success with their long-term goals. What will Atlanta do? There's no debate about Cousins' value as a trade chip. He's proven he can still perform at a high level, but that doesn't necessarily mean the Falcons will move him. At 36 years old, Cousins remains a reliable quarterback, and Atlanta's front office must weigh the risks and rewards of sticking with him versus handing the keys to Penix. What do you think, Falcons fans? Should the team keep Cousins, or is it time to look ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments below.